Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to The Walk. Today is Tuesday, September 26th, and we're continuing in Acts 4. We are up to verse 29. This is in the middle of a prayer that was being prayed by the believers. And there's a lot of meat, and we're only going to cover 2 verses today because there's a lot of great theological, spiritual meat, whatever you want to call it, in these 2 verses. There's just so much that we can pull out of this. I could do an entire 45-minute sermon on it, but we're going to cut it into 5 to 7 minutes here. So in verse 29, it says, "And now, Lord, look upon their threats and grant to your servants to continue to speak your word with all boldness. While you stretch out your hand to heal, and signs and wonders are performed through the name of your holy servant, Jesus." One of the things that really hit me when I read this is they don't ask that the threats go away. They don't ask to be relieved of that hardship. What they're asking for is the boldness to continue to speak the word that they've been given to speak. They ask that they remain bold in the face of those threats, and that they have the strength to not back down. That's what they're asking for. And that really jumped out at me because I think my tendency would be remove the threat, make it easy for me. They're not asking that it be made easy. They're asking that they have the boldness to continue to do it even when it's difficult. And then in verse 30, it says, "While you stretch out your hand to heal, and signs and wonders are performed through the name of your holy servant, Jesus." They are not claiming that the miracles are happening through them. Yes, they're the ones that prayed for the man that was lame and he started to walk. Yes, Peter's was so filled with the Holy Spirit that even his shadow being cast on somebody was leading to them being healed. But they're keeping the focus and the glory right where it belongs, on Jesus Christ. It is not their hand that heals, even though their hand is the one that physically touched the person that got healed. It's the hand of Jesus Christ that heals. It's not their words that are coming out of their mouth. It's the words that the Holy Spirit is giving them. They are the empty vessel. They're letting the Holy Spirit fill it, and they are serving God through that vessel. So as we think about that, and I found this amazing quote, and I'm just going to quote it. I found it in BibleStudyTools.com, and it says, "It is often rooted in the pride that wants everyone to see just how greatly God can use me. I should be delighted in the power of God, not because he has used me to display it." This is not about me. This is not about you. This is all about glorifying Jesus Christ. And when miracles happen and God has used you as that catalyst to make it happen, we have to be very mindful that we keep our pride in check, and we remember that that was not done just because it was you. It was done because of who Jesus Christ is. It was done because you're filled with the Holy Spirit. It was done because it was God's will to be done. And God could have just as easily used somebody else instead of you. It is not about you. You got to be careful that you are staying delighted in the power of God, staying in that moment of reverential fear where you are completely and totally in awe of who God is. That's where we got to stay. That's where we got to sit. And if you're losing that awe, you got to give yourself that gut check and say, what is going on here? Have a wonderful day. God bless, and keep walking the walk.